tonight, bringing brothers home.
For the family to give them some closure.
Underwater crews are searching for 2 boys at Sturgeon Falls. Also tonight, tragedy in Sandy Bay. The remains of an animal rescue volunteer were found near a pack of aggressive dogs. How animal welfare groups are responding. And later, creative crop circles.
Sometimes it's just about having fun.
Where a Jets-themed corn maze is popping up.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Recovery teams are searching Nutimik Lake in the Whiteshell for 2 boys who ended up in the water Saturday. It's believed a 10-year-old slipped into the water at Sturgeon Falls and his 13-year-old brother went in to save him. CTV's Jeff Keel reports.
A heartbreaking search continues for 2 brothers, 10 and 13, who fell into the water Saturday at Nutimik Lake in the Whiteshell.
The boys have not been found, and to give them some closure, this is hard.
RCMP say it happened near Sturgeon Falls Trail. They believe the 10-year-old slipped on some rocks and fell into the rapids. The 13-year-old tried to save him, but then got caught in the current and swept away.
We obviously don't ever want to lose out hope on anything, but all indications is that the folks did see the boys go under the water and did not resurface.
Underwater recovery teams have been deployed and are using sonar technology to search the lake, but the choppy waters and number of rocks below are hindering efforts.
We'll need a miracle here, and so if the audience can just say a prayer for the family, this is what it'll take, is some divine intervention here.
Still, Mounties say some clothing was found, likely belonging to the 13-year-old. The owners of Nutimik Lodge have been looking after the boys' family members, giving them a place to stay during the search, and they've set up a GoFundMe page for the relatives.
They will stay with us as long as need be. They are not wanting to leave, and we totally understand and we respect that.
This isn't the first drowning tragedy at this site. A 38-year-old woman died last year, a 12-year-old boy in 2023. Lodge owner Allison Baker-Thiessen says there will be a push to add protective measures.
A lot of us that are going to stand with Manitoba Parks, and we are going to find a way to make this a safer place. It has been too many incidents.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Baker-Thiessen says as many as 25 boats from the community were also out searching. She says she's in contact with the brothers' family, saying they're hurting and want to bring their boys home. An investigation is underway in Sandy Bay First Nation after the remains of an animal rescue volunteer were found near several aggressive dogs. Manitoba First Nations police say very early Friday morning, someone called in concern for a woman volunteering in Sandy Bay First Nation. Police pinged her phone but said the radius was too large. Then at around 6 a.m., a local maintenance worker found a deceased woman. Police said several aggressive dogs were nearby. The woman's death isn't considered suspicious. Her death has not yet been, her identity has not yet been officially confirmed. However, Save a Dog Network says she was one of Manitoba's most dedicated animal rescuers who fought tirelessly for preventative spay and neuter programs and worked to end dog shootings. Locally, Canine Advocacy Manitoba says, quote, "It's with heavy hearts that we share our grief over the loss of one of our dedicated canine advocates." The organization says it will sorely miss this member and the lovely heart, hours of involvement, and strong advocacy they brought to such challenging work. Canine Advocacy Manitoba declined our request for an interview, saying it's not providing any specific details out of respect for the woman's family. A statement from Sandy Bay First Nation says the woman entered the community after regular business hours and attempted to retrieve dogs. It says the First Nation, quote, "extends its heartfelt condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of the canine advocate who tragically lost her life following an incident involving dogs on our territory." Sandy Bay says it's been actively working to address the long-standing issue of stray and aggressive dogs. It says the facts have not yet been fully determined and is asking people not to speculate or assign blame. A 38-year-old man is dead after being stabbed in northeastern Manitoba. It happened Saturday morning in God's Lake Narrows. RCMP say the man was taken to the nursing station with significant wounds. He was transported to Thompson General Hospital, where he died from his injuries. RCMP say there is no ongoing risk to the community. Local RCMP, along with the service's major crimes and forensic identification units, are investigating. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to call God's Lake RCMP. Folks going to the ballet, theater, or the opera might soon feel safer getting there.
When people feel comfortable and confident attending performances, festivals, and other events, everybody benefits.
After hearing concerns from the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, Winnipeg Mayor Scott Gillingham launched the Performing Arts Wayfinder program. It expands on the Downtown Community Safety Partnership's existing program by offering a dedicated patrol around the Centennial Concert Hall, Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre, and nearby parking lots during performances and rehearsals. Patrons can also be escorted to and from their vehicles using the DCSP app.
We're going to work with police, the Downtown Exchange. We're going to work with other community partners, businesses in the whole area here, and really work together at safety and really making the downtown, especially this area, vibrant and an exciting place to come down to and enjoy these shows.
The program will initially have 2 people dedicated to the area, with more Wayfinder teams cycling through the downtown. The mayor's office has provided $100,000 to the program. It'll run from this September through June. And here's something you don't see every day. A corn maze shaped like the Winnipeg Jets heritage logo is sprouting up in southwestern Manitoba. It's the brainchild of Jeffrey's Seeds and appears in a 30-acre field owned by Over the Hills Farm in Glenboro. Cale Jeffries, the seeding company's CEO, says the 10,000-square-foot emblem didn't just pop up. Planning actually started back in the winter using the farm's GPS-enabled planter.
Kind of demonstrate what technology can do in agriculture and really just have some fun with it. I mean, yeah, it's about yield and making the most of your crops, but sometimes it's just about having fun and showing some passion.
The Jets shared an aerial photo of the logo on Friday with a nod to Crave television series Letterkenny, writing, "Not my corn maze, not my farm, but there is a genuine work of art." The corn maze is free to the public. And here's our first look at tonight's weather. It's currently 17 degrees in downtown Winnipeg. A few clouds, pressure rising, and humidity is at 85%. Tonight in Winnipeg, we could still potentially be seeing more showers fall, possibly even a thunderstorm, with 16 degrees being the coolest it'll get. Although tomorrow morning, temperatures won't be much warmer. It'll start off at 17 degrees, but we'll see a mostly sunny sky. Coming up, game over, PlayStation. A local video game store is pushing Sony to reverse its decision to stop making physical media. How they're pushing PlayStation's buttons next. There are thousands of Sony PlayStation games, and most are on a physical disc, but the company says it will stop making physical copies of games in 2028 and go completely digital. Fans aren't taking the move lying down. Winnipeg-based P&P Games launched a petition asking Sony to keep the physical format alive, and it's grown bigger than they anticipated. So far, 333,000 people have signed.
Something that's lost is the ability to actually share these games with other people. Like, you know, in 30 years, if I want to share a game with, say, a grandchild or something like that, I may not have the ability to do that at all, purely because of a company decision.
Sony says the decision to end physical media is due to changing consumer preferences. It says consumer preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. A man is facing extortion charges after allegedly stealing his neighbor's cat and then demanding money to bring it back. Police say a woman reported her cat missing from her home on Manitoba Avenue last Tuesday. She told officers that she suspected the 72-year-old man living next door was behind it. Her suspicion was confirmed when the neighbor admitted he had the cat and delivered a letter demanding a cash ransom. On Thursday, police found the cat unharmed inside the neighboring home and returned it to its owner. The man is charged with extortion and theft under $5,000. 4 people are recovering in hospital after a serious crash in Winnipeg's North End. Police believe a BMW and motorcycle were speeding side by side Friday evening near Main Street and Jarvis Avenue when a Ford Escape pulled into their path. The Ford clipped the BMW, sending it into a building. The motorcycle then hit the back of the Escape, throwing both riders off the bike. 3 people were rushed to hospital in unstable condition and 1 in critical. They are all now in stable condition, but police say the motorcycle driver's injuries could be life-altering. The investigation is ongoing. However, police say speed was the main factor in the crash. A 29-year-old man is facing impaired driving charges following a crash in downtown Winnipeg. The remains of police tape and a plastic-wrapped signal box show where the collision took place on Balmoral Street by Sargent Avenue Sunday morning. Police say a Ford Mustang was headed eastbound on Sargent at a high rate of speed when the driver lost control while trying to turn onto Balmoral. The car collided with a bus shelter and a hydro pole before coming to rest on the signal box with its front wheels off the ground. No one was hurt. Officers spoke with the driver and believe alcohol was a factor in that crash. We're getting a fuller picture of just how much damage was done during last month's rainstorm at Dauphin Regional Health Center and what it'll take to get the hospital back up and running. Prairie Mountain Health says significant damage was done to critical infrastructure. That includes to its medical gas infrastructure, pharmacy, and HVAC system. Prairie Mountain's immediate focus is restoring lab and diagnostic services near Dauphin. In the meantime, St. Rose Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7. Stars Air Ambulance has moved from Winnipeg to Brandon, and Dauphin area maternity patients are being directed to Brandon or Nipawin. More details can be found on Prairie Mountain Health's website. Some curling icons are among the latest group of Sport Manitoba Hall of Fame inductees. The late Don Duguid is among the 2026 class. He won the Canadian Brier 3 times and was a 2-time world champion. Also being inducted, the 2005 to 2010 edition of Team Jennifer Jones. The team won the Canadian Women's Curling Championship 4 times, the World Championship in 2008, and World Bronze in 2010. Other inductees include rugby player Mandy Marchak, multi-sport athlete Diane Pitskani-Hirchuk, and Dwayne McMahon as an athlete builder in athletics. The induction ceremony will take place at a ceremony on October 29th. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers win streak continues following success in the nation's capital. Winnipeg trailed the Red Blacks for much of Sunday's game, but this Drew Brown to Pokey Wilson pass turned things around late in the 4th. In overtime, both teams traded scores, sending the game into a 2-point conversion shootout. This one ends Bombers 36, Red Blacks 34. Winnipeg hosts Calgary on Friday. Winnipeggers showed up in full force to cheer on Argentina and Spain during the World Cup final. This was the scene at True North Square Sunday afternoon. The event organizer for the watch party estimates some 600 people were in attendance, and the celebration wasn't stopping when the final whistle blew.
We have, of course, a DJ and a host that we're going to hype up the fans, and then just a party the night away. Well, we're only not in the night because we're only here until 7. But in our neighboring street here at Graham, there's going to be a salsa Sunday. So after our event, they can certainly head to the next event, which is just around here, the street, the Graham Avenue, so they can continue the party on this time with the salsa dancing.
In case you missed it, Spain substitute Ferran Torres scored in the 106th minute to give his team a 1-0 win over defending champion Argentina. A beloved festival is returning to Lac du Bonnet this weekend for a special iteration. The Fire and Water Music Festival will be celebrating its 20th anniversary. It honors the best in local music and features independent Manitoba musicians and emerging artists. Acts include Dom Adams, Cara Luft, and Paul McIntosh. Friday night will feature a tribute to Lilith Fair with an all-female artist lineup. And on Saturday, you can join in on a song circle and a harmony singing workshop.
We're a small festival, so we have a real opportunity for you to interact with lots of people as well as the musicians. It's not uncommon for the musicians to come off stage and come sit in the crowd. So it's a very great time, and it also is on the banks of the beautiful Winnipeg River in Lac du Bonnet. So you have a beautiful environment.
The family-friendly event also features a kids zone, and there'll be food trucks and even yoga by the river. The event kicks off Friday at 6:30 p.m. and runs through Sunday. For tickets and that full lineup, just head to fireandwater.ca. Still to come, treating yourself to a second summer, where WestJet wants to whisk Winnipeggers away to. Plus, rainy and humid. We'll show you when you'll get another break from watering the garden. Still to come in your complete Skywatch forecast. Tonight's Skywatch pick is of a photo from Beau Zuger. Thanks to Ed for sending in this photo of his daughter playing essentially an adoptive mom to this cute little cow. You can send your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at CTV.ca. So I know last week we were looking forward to a lot of sunshine. Unfortunately, that's not quite how things played out and might not play out for a little bit. We are seeing that tonight in Winnipeg. There is a chance we could be seeing some more rainfall. However, the worst of it has already dropped on us here, while things remain fairly dry throughout most of Manitoba overnight. At the same time, though, we are seeing some very heavy rain in northwestern Ontario, potentially even a chance of a thunderstorm overnight and into the early hours of the morning tomorrow. Now, we will be seeing, though, a chance of some more rain falling in places like Thompson and Gillam tomorrow, thanks to this system here pushing its way through Manitoba. While we do see a potential for scattered showers in the southwest, at this point not overly likely to see any rainfall, a very low chance of that happening. What's more likely for us to see is some cloud coverage, and actually it's going to be fairly cool here in Winnipeg. There is, though, on Wednesday evening, if you're further north, something to keep an eye out for. There is potential for some heavy rainfall, so folks in places like Thompson, again, you could be hit with even more rain on Wednesday evening. Taking a look across the north, we are seeing in places like Thompson and Island Lake temperatures of a high of 22 and 21 degrees respectively, but a chance of that rain falling tomorrow in Thompson and Gillam in the afternoon. A few clouds hanging around the northwest. Tomorrow temperatures in the Paw will reach a high of 25. Flin Flon a high of 26 with a mainly cloudy sky. And in the southwest, we are seeing quite a few clouds actually. Tomorrow a high of 26 degrees is expected in Brandon, which is warmer than us here in Winnipeg, where 22 degrees is the hottest it'll get for us tomorrow. However, at the same time, we'll be seeing a mostly sunny sky. And looking into Ontario, as mentioned, that chance of rain tonight, possibly into tomorrow morning as well. 20 degrees is your expected high in Kenora tomorrow, and it'll be cloudy in the afternoon. And as mentioned, we could be seeing some more rain later in the week here in Winnipeg, particularly on Thursday or Friday. Winnipeg travelers will now have 2 new destinations to help them escape the cold this winter. WestJet is adding nonstop flights from Winnipeg to Belize City, Belize, and Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. The once-weekly Punta Cana route takes off on November 28th. Flights to Belize City start December 14th. The new routes are among 5 being added to the schedule across Canada this winter. Still to come, carrying on the family tradition. These teens' intense stares are just one of the many reasons they're champion pig showers. We'll show you why next. These teenage twins know a thing or two about showing off their pigs. Here's ABC's Danny New.
Don't tell your dreams to everybody around.
Teenagers are not always known for their intense concentration. But then there are the Dadson twins and their many pigs.
How much do you guys love your pigs?
This much.
Karis and crew here are two 16-year-old pig showing prodigies out of California who have both won national competitions in this field. Essentially, there are two main components to showing pigs. One, the dog show-like evaluation of your pig for its breed. And then the showmanship, which for Karis and crew involves gently nudging their pigs in a direction while maintaining a stare that could fry bacon.
Being able to hold eye contact with the judge in front of us shows that we have control over our animal and that, honestly, that we're here to win.
Like their parents before them, Karis and crew were showing pigs at an early age. But actually, even younger than their parents, they got their start at 3 years old.
Do you remember a time when you weren't showing pigs in your life?
Honestly, no.
The furthest back I can go in my memory, it's just like me showing at our county fair when I was 3 or 4 years old.
If you take a few steps over here, we have our sows.
Fast forward more than a decade later, and now these two are working every day to take care of their dozens of pigs at their family farm, which is a hobby they say their parents never forced on them or anything. They just love it.
We're out there every day from sun up to sundown, early mornings and late nights. You go out there, you walk pigs, wash pigs, clean pens, feed them, make sure everything is going well.
Kiwi Showmanship Champion is number 11, Karis Dadson.
But on the weekends, it's all about the competitions, as it has been for almost their entire lives.
Honestly, I don't see myself not doing it. It's something that I love, and it's a passion that I have, as well as my family members.
Technically, Karis and crew will age out of most of these competitions in a few years, but they both plan on pursuing degrees in agriculture when they get to college and might even one day judge these same competitions. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Engineers have put a new twist on an old method of travel. All you need is a cowboy hat and somewhere to recharge. And people at a tech expo in Shanghai watched as this heavy-duty robotic horse galloped rather slowly across the showroom floor. Unlike a real horse, it can carry up to 1,000 kilograms and can run for 1 or 2 days. Still to come, speeding on the sea. Why dozens of sailboats are taking over this maritime town, and we'll break down tomorrow's forecast next.
Clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
Tomorrow will be, well, it's kind of cooler, relatively speaking, for us here in Winnipeg. Temperatures reaching a high of 22 degrees Celsius, feeling more like 26 with the humidity. Sailing crews from across Canada and the U.S. gathered in Charlottetown this weekend with 2 national titles on the line. As CTV's Maria Saru tells us, it was also a chance to qualify for the World Championships.
The fleet moves fast and the margins are small. But before the competition hit the water,
3, 2, 1.
Crews spent the morning getting their boats and their nerves ready.
We want to win.
Kelly Hansen from Ontario hauled his J70 to PEI and along with 3 American teammates is chasing a Canadian championship in hopes of qualifying for the 2027 Worlds.
It's very, very close. You can hit a finish line around 4 boats and be either first or fourth, like within inches.
Across the dock, Islander Stephen Leclerc rigged a different kind of boat. He runs the bow on a J29 and has raced with the same crew for nearly 3 decades.
You know, the competition really has gotten stronger over the years, and so now firsts are hard-earned victories.
The sailors come from all walks of life, says Charlottetown Race Week Chair Jim Thompson.
A lot of these people are ordinary folks. They're carpenters, they're house inspectors, they're electricians, engineers, and they just love getting on the boats and racing with this high-tech gear.
And for many, winning is far from the only reward.
We come to these cool places. You can see out here, it's really cool.
I love getting out there on the water, and it's a great time with great people.
Maria Saru, CTV News, Charlottetown.
And that is it for us tonight. For another look at our stories, you can visit us online at ctvnewswinnipeg.ca. Thanks for watching and good night.